di and polybasic acid and di and polyacidic bases. See, some of the acid like oxalic acid, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, like they have more than one ionizable protons per molecule of the acid. So such acids are called polybasic or the polyprotic acid. See the ionization reactions for the example of a dibasic like H2X. So this is dibasic acid. This equation is dissociate like the H2X aqueous to dissociate H plus aqueous plus HX minus aqueous. Again, this HX minus H plus aqueous, then X2 minus aqueous. So for this reaction, the corresponding equilibrium constants are can be write like this: Ka1 for this reaction, first reaction, concentration of H plus, concentration of Hx divided by the concentration of H2x. Then for this Ka2, there is the equilibrium constant for Ka for acid, so that Ka2 is a concentration of H plus, concentration of X2 minus divided by concentration of Hx minus. So here the Ka1 and the Ka2 is called first and second ionization constants, and here the H2X, this is the H2X. Similarly for a tribasic acid like H3PO4 phosphoric acid, we have three ionization constant. See, some of the ionization constant for acid are given in this table, that is oxalic acid, ascorbic acid, sulfurous acid, sulfuric acid, carbonic acid, citric acid, and phosphoric acid. For Ka1 value, Ka2, that is ionization constant for A1, acid 1, 2, and 3. They have given like that. It can be seen that the higher order of the ionization constant, that is Ka1, Ka2 and the Ka3 are smaller than the lower ionization constant. Look at this. Look at this, lower than this ionization constant. That is, see here the Ka1 of the polyprotic acid. That is the reason for that. It is more difficult to remove the positively charged proton from a negative ion due to the electrostatic forces. So this can be seen in the case of removing a proton from the uncharged carbonic acid, that is proton from H2, that is H2CO3, as compared to from negatively charged, which is what here is HCO3 minus. That means H plus and the HCO3 minus. So the similarly, it more difficult to remove the proton from a doubly charged HPO4 2 minus, that is anion from that H2 PO4 minus. So here the polyprotic acid solution contains a mixtures of acid like H2. See here H2A, HA minus, A2 minus. So like this, in case of the diprotic acid is H2A, this is the H2A is being a strong acid. The primary reactions involve the dissociation of H2A and the H3O plus hydronium ion. The solution comes mainly from the first dissociation steps. Then factors affecting acid strength. Discussed quantitatively the strength of an acid and base. So we come to a stage where we can calculate the pH, that is the pH of a given acid solution. But the curiosity rises about why should some acids be stronger than others? What factors are responsible for making them stronger? So these answer lies in the being a complex phenomenon. But broadly speaking, we can say that the extent of dissociation of an acid depends on the strength and the polarity of the HA bond. So in general, when a strength of the HA bond decreases, that is the energy required to break bond decreases. So HA become a stronger acid. Also when HA bond becomes a stronger, that is, becomes a more polar, that is the electronegativity difference between the atom of H and A increase, and their marked change of charge of the separation, cleavage of the bond becomes easier by the increasing of the acidity. So, but it should be noted that while the comparing of element the same group in the periodic table, that is Ha bond strength is more important factor determining acidity than its polar nature. So, here the size of A increase down the group, the Ha bond strength decreases, and so acid strength increases. For example, HF HCl is very less than HBr is very less than HI. So here this is the acid strength increases and size of the atom also size also increases here, and similarly for H2S, stronger acid than H2O. Why? Because but the elements of the same row in the periodic table, in Ha bond, polarity becomes a deciding factor for determining the acid strength. So the electronegativity of A increase the strength of the acid also increases. This means the electronegativity of A increases like this. CH4 methane is less than ammonia, is less than water, is less than HF. So here the acid strength is increases like this. Electronegativity of A increases like this. Then common ion effect in the ionization of acid and bases. See, suppose if you take equilibrium, acetic acid dissociation equilibrium, we can write like this: CH3 COOH aqueous H plus aqueous and CH3 COO minus aqueous. Or you can write, see the whole term, the CH3COO minus, simply we can represent AC. So here HAC you can write like this, or HAC aqueous dissociate from H plus aqueous and AC aqueous, that is AC minus aqueous. For this equilibrium constant reaction as representation, we can represent like this: Ka is equal to H concentration of H plus into concentration of AC acetate ion divided by concentration of HAC acetic acid. So the addition of acetate ion to an acetic acid solution result in decreasing of concentration of the hydrogen ion. That is, also it is H plus ions are added from the external source, then the equilibrium moves in the direction of the undissociated acetic acid. So that is in a direction of reducing the concentration of hydrogen ion. So this is called common ion effect. It's very important thing. The common ion effect means the shift in the equilibrium on adding a substance that provides more of an ionic species already present in the dissociation equilibrium. So this is called common ion effect. That means we can say that the common ion effect is a phenomenon based on the Le-Chatelier's principle. So, in order to evaluate the pH of the solution resulting in addition of 0.05 molar acetate ion to 0.05 acetic acid solution. See, we can look at the reaction. HAC aqueous to dissociate H plus aqueous AC minus aqueous. Here the initial concentration, that is the molar concentration of already acetic acid is what, 0.05 molar, and this is H plus, don't know, so 0. Acetate ion also we know that 0.05 molar concentration. Here let X be the extent of the ionization acetate acid. So change in the concentration of this minus X, this will be plus X, and this will be plus X. So what happened, the equilibrium concentration is, so you have to minus from the 0.05 mole already given, so that 0.05 m minus x. Then this will be what? The equilibrium constant. So this is x and this is plus x. 0.05 plus x. Now therefore here the Ka for this equation, for this say K, for this reaction Ka is equal to concentration of H plus concentration of AC divided by concentration of acetic acid. So the value is what? H plus value is 0.05 plus x into acetate ion, that is x divided by, sorry, here H plus is x and 0.05 into plus x for acetate, and then divided by HAC 0.05 minus x. Here 0.05 plus x is approximately 0.05 minus x is approximately 0.05. So here already the Ka for acetic acid, that is 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 is equal to, now x, apply the value x. So here 0.05 plus x is equal to what? 0.05 plus x divided by 0.05 minus x. Now the whole term is what? X into 0. Because of 0.05 plus x, 0.05 minus x is equal to approximately 0.05. So that I am going to put here 0.05. So what happens means here x will be the concentration of, x is equal to, that is concentration of H plus is equal to 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 molar. So the pH is equal to negative log of 1.8 into 10 power minus 5. It will become, after simplifying you will get, that is 4.74. Okay, then buffer solution.